Hello, welcome to our first podcast, episode number 1. How are you, my friend?
Still okay? Still doing okay?
Still alive, huh?
Yeah.
This is our episode number 1. We are still very brand new with doing podcast over here.
Our first time trying actually.
Yeah, this is a very brand new experience. I only listen to podcasts. I never really expected myself to do a podcast one day.
I know a podcast, but I didn't really listen until you tell me about it.
Yes, I introduced you to podcasts.
Yes.
And in the end, you want to do a podcast with me today.
Correct.
Yeah, so let's start our podcast proper. This is Ryan.
This is Sean.
And this is
Let's Talk.
So let's talk about work. Okay, I left my job in 2022 and started my career as a Grab driver for close to 3 years. Right? No, actually more than 3 years. Okay. Yes, I worked for more than 3 years. Don't you know that?
I thought less than that. I think around 3 years.
No, I just renewed my license, so it's 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm more or less a freelancer.
Don't you have a full-time job?
Used to. I also quit my full-time job back in 2022.
Same year.
Yes, correct.
I left in March. You?
I left in May.
Okay. And what's the reason that you left the job?
Actually, quite a few reasons, but the most determining reason, or the main reason that affected me to leave was a toxic boss.
Okay, that is what we're going to say later. Okay. For me, I left my job because I was fired from my job. Yeah. So no choice. I had to find a way to survive, a way to raise my family. So I do Grab. Yeah.
But what do you think that for normal people out there, don't talk about only Singapore, but normal people out there, okay, what do you think that will make them want to quit their job?
What I can think of is 2.
Okay.
Burnout and toxic workplace.
Okay, so let's first talk about burnout. How do you determine your burnout in your work?
Workload, the amount of time you need to commit yourself as work, work-life balance. There's no balance between work and life. Actually, that's what Grab drivers are experiencing now. Okay, as a Grab driver, I feel the burnout from work-life balance. Why do I say that? Because we need to commit long hours of driving on the road due to the fact that certain platforms actually take commission cuts and they reduce the price, the car fare for passengers because, well, no, not really many people want to have a very expensive fare. Yeah. So because of that, we have to work longer hours to cover our daily expenses, such as the car rental, the petrol fee. Okay. As a Grab driver myself in the past, not in the past, currently as a Grab driver, I used to work about 14 to 16 hours a day, inclusive of 1 hour lunch and 1 hour dinner.
And also in between 5 to 10 minutes break for
yes, in between to pump to top up my petrol, yeah, to catch a short rest.
So for you feel that your burnout is due to the long hours?
Yeah, the long hours of driving, long hours of time to commit myself to drive on the road, because it is very, very dangerous to drive long hours on the road actually. Yeah, because for the fatigue. The fatigue level is very high. It's not that we sit down in the car and then we got aircon, we sit on the car, we got a radio and everything is fine. We have to focus 100% of our energy, our mental strength, okay, to number one, travel the road. Make sure we drive according to the map, the directions, where to exit. Number two, to watch out for road conditions. Okay, because not all drivers are very good drivers.
True, I
Okay.
agree.
And number three, the strong sun. Okay, because when the sun are shining very brightly, it actually make us more mental drained. Okay, I don't know whether you will feel it. When the sun is very bright and shine on you, you actually feel more tired and want to sleep.
Okay, so your burnout is from all the long hours.
Yeah, a lot of hours of driving, the
focus that
yes.
you need.
Yes.
And I also believe that the daily income you have from your work also part of the reason why you feel
Yes,
burnout.
of course. We have to earn more money because I wouldn't say how much I earn. I earn just enough to support my family. Yeah, but nothing is enough. I cannot afford a good travel. I cannot afford to have more than 1 days of rest a week. Because if we don't work, we got no money. Okay, we don't have paid leave, we don't have paid MCs. Okay, so every single rest is actually money to us. So it's different, it's a different line. Some people may say, why don't I find a full-time job
Yes.
instead of doing a Grab driver? Okay, number one, I don't have a solid education. Okay, even though I have a diploma, but when I first joined a company, which I shall not name, I actually joined them for 12 years and totally different from what I learned
Industry.
in my, it's a different
your
line of
diploma.
work, it's a different line of industry from my diploma. So I have a diploma in aerospace avionics, but I have already totally forgotten what I have learned.
You need,
Yeah.
even if you want to go back to this aerospace industry, I think you need some time for you to recap.
Yeah, I had to recap and I had to start at the
Relearn.
very, very bottom.
And the pay, I believe,
Yes.
is not enough for
Of course,
your daily use.
yeah, if I had to start at the very, very bottom, my salary is not enough to cover for my whole entire family expenses. Even if my wife go to work, also it still doesn't cover anything. Yeah, dual income doesn't mean
Life is
life is easier. Yeah, totally no. Yeah, if one person earn 2.5, the other person earn 2.5, you only get 5K. Yeah, 5K, to be very honest, is still not very comfortable. Especially when my kid is just 3 years old and I got another one that is going to Sec 1. Okay? So yeah, it's never enough. That's why I chose to be a Grab driver, because firstly I can rent a car. Okay, I still have enough to pay the petrol and to earn money. Yeah. Because okay, not necessarily that we need a car, but the car can be a convenience because I stay in the northeast, but my kids are actually studying in the east. Yeah, because of the primary school selection.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's difficult.
So you feel burnout from your Grab? From
Yeah.
your, actually not really a Grab, because I believe you use multiple platforms. So you are more of a, in general, it's called a hire driver.
So, how do I tackle my burnout? I set certain boundaries. I no longer use multi-platforms. Okay, I only focus on one platform, which is Grab. And I set my schedules for every single day. So I used to work 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Daily. Okay, from Monday to Sunday, probably 1 day of rest or maybe half a day of rest. Okay, but now I still wake up at 6. Okay, I will prepare my kids, I will send them to school, and I will only start work at 7:30. Okay, and I will always time myself to end at 9, so that I have enough time to go back home before 10, and to also accompany my kids. Because for me, that is work-life balance.
That's why you work.
Yeah, and I will always schedule myself one day of full day rest. That's why I got time to do podcasts, to accompany my family. Yeah.
It's more like the one full day per week, right?
Yeah, because in the past, my kids actually are not close to me. Okay, because due to the fact that I work tirelessly every single day,
You wake up before they wake up, and you go back
Yeah.
after they sleep.
so they don't see me when they wake up. They also definitely don't see me before they sleep. So I don't want that to happen. I still want to see their growing up stages, their milestones. So yeah, I had to set certain boundaries and still have enough to cover my expenses.
I think that's how you cope with the burnout.
Yeah. So if I need extra money, I will just sacrifice my one day of rest and maybe work until 7 p.m. to go home to have a dinner. Yeah. So how about you? What's the reason why you left your work?
I have a toxic boss, like I mentioned at the start. So why I would feel that he's a very toxic boss is because back when I was working full time, okay, my job scope is very similar to actually not my job scope. My job timing is very similar to your current one. I wake up about 5 a.m. in the morning,
Okay.
and on normal days, I will end work about 5:30 to 6. Even if there's a need for me to stay in office to complete some work, I will end latest by 8 p.m. But when there's a need for me to OT, some days I OT until 12 a.m.
12 a.m.
Yes.
That's
So 5
very, very
a.m.
long.
to 12 a.m. Then after that, I still need to go home, shower, sleep. Then I only wake up by 5 a.m.
Wait, do you still get OT pay?
No.
No.
My job don't have OT pay. So the job was fine because I love what I did. I have a very good teammates and I enjoy working with them because it was very fun.
So what is the thing that make it so toxic? If you are saying that your teammates are good, you love your job, you love your workplace.
My boss, my ex-boss. Yeah, so there are many things that he did that made me feel that he's a very toxic person.
Aren't all bosses toxic?
No, I have many boss over the years, but some are very demanding. But when they are demanding, however, I learn something from getting things done. Because I feel that I'm improving myself. But this boss made me feel that no matter how much I work, it's never enough.
So you feel underappreciated
Underappreciated and overworked.
and overworked.
Yes, because one of the example was back in 2020
Okay.
when this boss just took over the team. Yeah, I had my firstborn, so I went on parental leave for 2 weeks. So before you go on leave, you will normally hand over all your work.
Yeah, you have to hand over all your work
Correct,
so that
correct.
the next person can take over while you
Correct.
go
Yes.
on rest.
So yeah, firstly, someone is still getting things done, and secondly is you get to enjoy the leave. For me, it's not really enjoy because I need to take care of a newborn, but I'm supposed to spend time helping with my newborn and helping to take care of my wife when she's on what do you call the 1 month 坐月
Postnatal.
postnatal, yes, correct.
The
So-
confinement period.
Yeah, correct. Confinement period. I forgot the word. Yeah. So during that 2 weeks, right, I won't say every single day I'm receiving his call, but for that 14 days of, not really 14 days, but for that 2 weeks of leave, I'm receiving calls almost more than half the time.
Is it because of work related that the person who took over your work doesn't really know what he took over? Or is it that your boss is actually just targeting you?
I don't know whether my boss targeting me, but the work that I hand over is more or less very easy to follow up. It's just administrative.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the kind that you need to go one big round to get things done. It just, is this done? Yes, done. Okay, that's it. Just a very simple follow up. Yeah, but my boss is calling me to follow up on this thing instead of the one taking over.
Are you the favorite guy that your boss
I
like?
don't know whether I'm the favorite guy, but I don't feel it. Yeah, so
Or is it that your boss actually misses you during your time of leave?
I don't know. I'm not very, to be honest, I'm not sure, but I really dislike the period when I'm working under him.
Okay.
Every day, before he took over, every day going to work with the same schedule, I feel happy. I feel happy working even when I have to work until midnight. But when he took over and I have to follow the same schedule, I'm getting more and more tired. That's where I feel the burnout.
So actually, a toxic workplace can be a toxic boss, can be a toxic team.
Can be a toxic culture also.
Then, is there any other toxic situation that you faced in other than this?
I think that's more.
Or do you feel any burnout situation?
Of course, there will be period when you are very, even before my this boss, there are times I feel burnout. Confirm there will be because of my long working hours also. But you recover it from it actually quite fast. But this boss is because you have to see it almost every day when you go to work, and there's no time to recover from it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it became so bad. So when I can't change a boss, because I requested to move to another department,
You changed the work.
I changed the work.
So you changed your job.
Yes.
Okay, so what are you working as now?
I'm more or less a freelancer.
In what?
I tried many odd jobs before. I worked in the F&B sector. I also went to try food delivery. A lot of different odd jobs.
Okay, let's talk about working as a food delivery. Okay, you work as a food deliver rider.
Yes.
So, what are the hours?
Actually quite similar to yours as a private hire driver, because same thing, the most time when the people are ordering food are for what? Breakfast, lunch and dinner. So these are the three peak periods. Okay, some days you might see a peak period in supper. Yeah, so usually I don't book so early because firstly, in the morning peak period, the cars on the road are crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Not because you cannot wake up.
sometimes I can wake up. I do can wake up. Yeah, but because I didn't like the cars in the morning also, it's really very crowded. So I tend to start work around 10 a.m., 9 to 10 a.m. when the peak period are over. So that's usually where I start. So usually my orders will come in nearer to lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, so you finish a lunch about 1 to 2 p.m. That's when you see lower orders are coming in, slow down orders coming in. Then after that, you will time your lunch, maybe 2 to 3 p.m. Then go for a short break. Sometimes I'm too tired due to the rain or the sun. Then I'll take a short nap of 1 hour. Yeah, then I will start work around 4 p.m. again.
Okay. So to catch the dinner crowd.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Start dinner crowd. So then I will work all the way until 11 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Well, that's very long. Okay.
Yeah, because
So-
that's where the orders are coming in. Because after dinner,
So do you like what you are actually doing now as a freelancer? Or do you still miss the time of your old workplace?
I would say half-half. Because
Okay.
as a freelancer, technically you also counted as a freelancer. So more or less a freelancer, you get to have control of your working timings, working hours. But of course, as a freelancer, the lesser hours you work also means lesser pay. Correct?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for what we have said, okay, it's actually a fact, okay, that whatever work that we work, okay, we can put in passion, okay, we can make our a purpose in our work, but we don't necessarily need to love our jobs.
Oh, of course.
Okay, because number one, they are just jobs. They pay the bills. They keep us afloat.
They
Okay.
make there's food on the table.
Yeah, they bring food to the table.
Yeah.
So you just need a job that doesn't destroy you.
Correct.
Okay. Whether you are in a very toxic environment, if you are in a very toxic environment, it is actually a sign, okay, for you to change your job, because it will definitely destroy you. If you feel burnout, that you are very tired, you are very stressed, it's also time for you to find another job. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this podcast. Yeah, because I try to break away from the vicious cycle, okay, of finding a job, feel the burnout, get into a very toxic environment, and all this will contribute to a very toxic relationship with your family. Yeah, so you don't really need a job that destroys you. You just need a job that can make you survive.
Nowadays, I feel that a job, right, is something that you don't need to love it, but you have to like it. Because if you don't like the work you are doing, right, then you feel very tiring for you to wake up every day to go to work.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in order for you to get a good work-life balance or work relationship, firstly you have to ask yourself, okay, whether when you are in your current work, you have to ask yourself, do I need a job? Is it toxic? Do I feel burnout? Do I need to set a better boundaries? Do I hate what I do? Or do I hate the pressure that comes from it? Okay, if you feel pressure, if you hate the work, okay, if you can't set a new boundary, maybe it's time for you to source another line of work.
And I think some people will also consider that 5 years or 10 years down the road, when you're still in your certain industry or certain job, where will you be? I think some people will consider that before they decide whether.
So you have to ask yourself, when you are in your current position, do you see yourself advancing? Or do you see yourself stagnant?
And do you see yourself happy?
Yes. Okay, so always remember to set boundaries. You have to. Everybody needs a work. Everybody needs money.
Yes.
Everything is expensive now. Okay, but a job is a job. Don't think too much into whether the job suits you. Think about what benefits the job gives you. Okay, whether it gives you time, whether it gives you space, whether it gives you good team relationship.
I think one of the most common thing that people have to consider is how you feel about job. What are your emotions about it? Because nowadays, actually, if you see the statistics, actually, depression is a very common thing
Yes.
in our current
Yes.
environment because of sometimes it's not only because of work, but mainly I feel it's because of work also, the stress that it gives you.
Yes.
Then
You see-
it affects your personal life.
You see F&B closing down, airline closing down. There's a lot of retrenchment nowadays.
I think that's also another factor when you are stuck in a toxic workplace but you don't get to leave. Because a lot of retrenchment are going on around, and if you have you seen the news, right, actually a lot of business owners don't foresee the market to be very good next year. So that's why they are doing retrenchment everything now.
Yeah, so ask yourself, okay, whether you can still survive in your current work. Okay, if you can't, then you just don't have to love your job. You have to set your boundaries. If you are having a burnout, you have to set a boundary like me. Set certain time, certain rules. If you can't finish your work is never done. Okay,
Yeah, true.
work can never be finished. Okay, so don't force yourself to do overtime. If you can't make the deadline, probably you need to really look at your time management. But maybe the time is short. But you don't force yourself and bring work home.
Yes.
Never bring work home.
Or maybe if you really feel that you are overtasked, then maybe you need to have a talk with your manager
Your
or
supervisor. Okay, if you talk to your supervisor, doesn't work, go to the manager. Manager can work, go to the general manager. Can't work, go to social media and rent it out.
But one more thing is, I feel that a very good thing about Singapore government, actually they give a lot of support when actually you are doing a career switch. Correct. So these are some of the platforms that our listeners can go to if they really feel very burnt
What
out.
are the platforms?
Yes.
What are the platforms?
Career Future.
Okay.
Yeah. Then they also have Roadshow or even Zoom online to talk about your options.
Yeah, so our listeners can go ahead and look into it. Yeah, I think that's it.
I think we sum up our episode for today.
Okay, so let me sum up. If your job drains you beyond repair, it's a sign. Okay, not that you're weak, but that's you're ready for something better.
Yes, I think that's a very good.
Okay, so please watch out for yourself. Look out for your mental health. Remember to set your own boundaries. Okay, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to us.
Please like, share, and comment this video so that we can improve. Okay, maybe improve the way we talk, maybe improve our topic. If you got any feedback, you can welcome to DM us or comment in the comment box below. Yeah, and we hope to see you in the next episode. Okay, so this is Ryan,
Here is Sean.
and goodbye.